morning mga kabaliwan! Welcome to my Day 1 Aquascaping playlist. So a year ago, I decided to make me my own aquarium 3D background because I am so amazed in looking at some unique 3D backgrounds of other aquarists. And I just found out that they are using factory-made aquarium 3D background, which are very light and non-toxic at the same time. But they are not cheap when you want to buy a set of custom-made 3D background for your tank. So, I kept the dream in having one for myself, and I make sure it is custom fit for my 7-year-old 40-gallon fish tank. The only possible materials that I can use are styrofoam, sand, cement, a waterproofing compound, and cement dye for coloring. My concern is what other people might say negatively, and also they might say that it's going to be toxic for fish. Yes, that is true. If you add the fish at once when you put water in the tank, your fish will die. So I remember when I was a kid, my mom asked this landscape artist to build us a koi pond. And the landscape artist used concrete blocks, steel rods for support, and covered the entire pond out of cement and waterproofing compound. I remember the builder told me to not add the fish for now. I need to wait for 2 to 3 months to make sure the water is safe. He told me to wait for algae to start growing and some rock moss at the edge of the pond. Then that is the signal that my pond is safe. All I need to do is to drain the pond and add new fresh water into it, and it is ready to introduce my koi fish. That is the only process that I still remember until now. And I have waited for 3 months for this tank to be safe. Then I did weekly water change and finally introduced the fish. So this is an update of the 3D background fish tank. And actually, there are so many questions in the comment sections of the first video. So now I'm going to prove them that it actually works. Okay, so before that, I do have here a photos plant actually placed here at the corner, in the corner of this tank. And because the roots actually grew so long, and it actually made the tank a bit smaller for the fish to swim. So I decided to remove the photos plant and place it on top of this filter right here. So these are the photos plant. And then in the first video, you saw that I planted jungle val or the Vallisneria straits because the first fish that I placed inside this tank is a silver dollars and a parrotfish. Problem is that they actually messed the tank. So all the Vallisneria strait plants, the fresh plants, the live plants, they just started to float, and I decided to take them out and then place artificial plants instead. And then if you look at the crevices of the wall of the 3D background, I added Christmas moss, and some of the moss are actually starting to grow. And then I actually added a new one right over here. And then on the top of this 3D background, you can actually say that this structure is safe for the fish, because you will see there's a rock moss starting to grow on top. So okay, maybe after a few months, I'm going to give you an update of this tank, how the Christmas moss look like after a few months. I think it will look cool when you see the entire rock being covered little by little with Christmas moss. So I don't know if the artificial plants look great. So if you think this artificial plant needs to go out or just leave the entire setup like white sand and just the rock, just a comment in the comment section, okay? So again, this proves that you have to wait at least 2 months, or maybe better if like 3 months before adding a fish if you have like a 3D background made out of cement and cement dye. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.